So this is the little bay that we anchored in last night. So quite busy out there, but in here it's quite a shallow, quite a steep incline to the rest of it. So we're the only big boat in here. But yeah, we were a little bit worried about drifting because obviously these rocks over here are not very far away. And this is high tide, so low tide they would have been much closer.
We then went from Gua to Port Navalo. The weather was really sunny and it was a relatively short day, so we pumped up the sup on the way. Sean also tried his hand at fishing. This is honestly such a lovely weekend and absolutely one of the highlights of our whole trip so far. We spent some time exploring the area and going on walks, and we particularly enjoyed walking past the mouth of the river. The current was either really fast going in or coming out, and it was good fun to watch boats navigating both ways. This is the aftermath of 2 days at anchor, spending time in the sun, not worrying about what the boat looks like on the inside.
So after spending 2 lovely days in a little bay in Port Navalo, we have decided to head off and carry on our journey south. We are currently making way to St. Nazare, I think? St. Nazaire? Yeah, we decided to have a few drinks to plan our route and decide where we were going to go. And that turned into a few more than a few drinks, so we were a little bit worse for wear this morning. And so now we're headed off. We tried our hand at fishing for a little bit just off the back of the boat. The weight we have doesn't seem to be heavy enough to have the bait deep enough in, so we couldn't actually catch anything. Well, besides some seaweed. We got very excited actually because I threw it in and I was like, I don't know if this is going to work because it's kind of just skimming on the top of the water. Yeah, we tried, and I caught a reasonably sized piece of seaweed. But then, obviously, as I get it to the boat, it falls off, so I caught nothing. And we tried for about maybe half an hour to catch something. But the problem is, at the moment, the boat speed is about 6 knots. So it is too fast for what we've got, because we've only got a 65-gram weight on the end of our hooks. So, yeah, no. We just bought a cheap and cheerful kind of 35 euro rod, like extendable rod, which is really useful because space premium, you know. But what we spoke to our neighbours about it. They're the people we met in Padstow. They're still travelling with us because obviously we're going to kind of the same places. And they have a special weight that's also a fin, so it dives your hooks down so that they get deeper and they stay there, whereas we just had a weight at the end of our thing, at the end of our hooks, at the end of our line. So yeah.
We then went from Pornichet to Ile Dieu. This was unfortunately another pretty terrible anchorage, so we ended up calling it quits and leaving at midnight and heading to La Rochelle. The seas were pretty rough on the way, so we were glad to make it to La Rochelle. We had made it in just in time before another storm rolled in, and we had good fun exploring the aquarium.